Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and a Daily Tribune official on TikTok. For today's headlines, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla said nearly 10% of House members could be affected by the floodgate probe. Travel restrictions have been sought for 77 officials, including former Ako Bicol Representative Saldico, charged over a 289 million peso dike project. The Independent Commission for Infrastructure will refer Ko and 7 other lawmakers over 1,300 projects from 2016 to 2024. So far, 6.3 billion pesos in assets has been frozen, with AMLC adding orders covering 230 bank accounts, 15 insurance policies, 2 helicopters, and 1 airplane worth 3.9 billion pesos. The House Minority Bloc called for an expanded floodgate probe to include President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., Sandro Marcos, former Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, and former Budget Secretary Amina Pagnamanan. They cited public outrage over systemic corruption and recent claims by former House Appropriations Chair Saldico that President Marcos ordered a 100 billion peso budget insertion. Senator J.V. Ejercito warned that scrutiny over the DPWH projects is slowing infrastructure spending as contractors grow hesitant. Even when a 25% cut in some allocations, officials say projects can still generate income. Data shows outlays fell for a third straight month in September, amid delayed contractor billings and tight oversight. Fugitive ex-lawmaker Saldico linked First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos to rice and onion price manipulations, claiming she blocked House probes to protect her brother. He also accused President Marcos and Sandro Marcos of involvement. Prices remain high despite tariff cuts. Marcos rejected blackmail claims and confirmed cost passport cancellation. Authorities froze 12 billion in assets tied to flood control probe, including cost properties, aircraft, bank accounts, and vehicles. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro dismissed talk of Vice President Sara Duterte taking over the presidency as, quote, political destabilization, criticizing her for anticipating President Marcos's resignation. Castro defended Marcos's leadership, citing his active daily work, and denied involvement in a controversial voice clip presented in a Senate allegedly showing a PCO official coordinating online trolls. The Philippine Stock Exchange is welcoming Cecile L. Ang and Jamie J. Bautista to its board. Ang, daughter of billionaire Ramon Ang, joined as a non-broker director and will serve on the Audit and Corporate Governance Committees. Bautista, former Transportation Secretary and Philippine Airlines executive, steps in as independent director. Both bring extensive experience in business and public service to strengthen board oversight. CCA Manila launches its first ever Connect Bootcamp, a one-day program focused on designing memorable guest experiences. Industry leaders including Ryan Cruz, Isabel Lozano, and team behind Hapag and Aya will share insights on hospitality, sensory design, and building a culture of authenticity and empathy. The bootcamp emphasizes hands-on workshops and real-world application to help professionals create experiences that go beyond food, aiming to foster genuine connection and lasting guest loyalty. Jacob Cortez led LaSalle to a Final Four spot in UAAP Season 88, delivering 20 points and 7 assists to power a comeback win over Ateneo. The victory secured LaSalle the number 4 seed to face the top-ranked National University. Ateneo fell short while FEU narrowly beat UST to finish 7-7, missing the playoffs for the 4th straight season. Today is the 27th of November, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's kick things off with today's weather. Severe tropical storm Verbena has exited the Philippine area of responsibility. It is currently 240 kilometers north of Pagasa Island, Kalayaan, Palawan, moving west-northwest at 20 kilometers per hour, with winds of 110 kilometers per hour and gusts up to 135 kilometers per hour. Wind signal number 1 is in effect, while the northeast monsoon and Verbena bring gusty winds to Batanes, Cagayan, Apayao, Abra, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Zambales, Bataan, Occidental Mindoro, and Palawan today. Sea conditions remain very rough to high, with waves up to 7 meters in the Kalayaan Islands and 5.5 meters in Batanes, Babuyan Islands, and Ilocos. Mariners are expected to stay in port or seek safe harbor. Verbena is forecast to continue slow west to southwest, possibly reaching typhoon strength today, before gradually weakening due to the northeast monsoon. Now for a traffic update. Light traffic at Balintawak Cloverleaf southbound, Balintawak Toll Plaza, Bocaue Toll Plaza, and San Fernando northbound and southbound lanes. Approaching Mindanao Toll Plaza, motorists may encounter an approximate 100-meter vehicle queue. All other areas of NLEX, SATEX, and NLEX connector, including toll plazas and interchanges, are reporting light traffic conditions. Motorists are advised to remain alert and observe traffic advisories for a safe and smooth trip. Now let's move on to this morning's headlines. Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla revealed that nearly 10% of House members could be implicated in the ongoing probe into lawmakers allegedly linked to anomalous flood control projects. He said he plans to meet with House Speaker Faustino D. to discuss the gravity of the issue and confirmed that 77 officials, including legislators, are now under a foreign travel restriction order. The order prevents them from leaving the country while under investigation. Meanwhile, the Anti-Money Laundering Council froze assets worth 6.3 billion pesos, including 230 bank accounts, 15 insurance policies, 2 helicopters, and 1 airplane linked to suspected corruption cases. The House Minority Bloc is urging a wider probe into the floodgate scandal, calling for inclusion of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., House Majority Leader Sandro Marcos, Lucas Bersamin, and Amina Pangdamanan. Opposition lawmakers said more than 100 days have passed since the investigation began, yet no one has been jailed. Citing Saldico's claim that the president ordered a 100 billion peso budget insertion for 2025, Representatives Antonio Tino, Rene Co, and Sara Ilago filed House Resolution number 515. They demanded accountability and transparency, including live streaming all ICI proceedings to ensure public access. The ongoing floodgate investigations are reviving fears of a spending freeze, similar to the post-PDAF scandal era, as contractors and agencies grow more cautious amid heightened scrutiny. Senator J.V. Ejercito warned that infrastructure, a key economic driver, is slowing down due to fear of probes and shrinking profits. RCBC economist Michael Ricafort noted that agencies are withholding spending to avoid suspicion, while delays in billing submissions drag disbursements. Government data showed a 42.6 drop in September infrastructure spending, marking the third straight monthly decline. Oversight scrutiny and bank freezes tied to investigations further strained project payments. Fugitive ex-lawmaker Elizalde Co has accused First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos of intervening to stop a 2023 House investigation into onion and rice smuggling, which allegedly caused prices to soar. In his 6th video expose, Co claimed that then Speaker Martin Romualdez halted the inquiry after allegedly receiving instructions from the First Lady, whose brother Martin Araneta was purportedly involved in a price manipulation. Co also linked President Marcos and House Majority Leader Sandro Marcos to efforts to suspend the rice probe. The First Lady previously denied the allegations. Co, facing an arrest warrant, remains abroad while releasing videos. The Malacanang criticized Vice President Sara Duterte for saying she was, quote, ready to take over if President Marcos stepped down, calling it politically destabilizing and damaging to public confidence. Palace Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro said Duterte's remark implies anticipation of the president's resignation, fueling uncertainty amid talks of resignation, transition councils, and even a military junta. Castro defended Marcos's capability to lead, citing his daily work and public engagements. She also addressed the Mary Grace Piatos issue tied to alleged confidential fund misuse and denied claims linking her to a viral audio clip on troll operations. The Philippine Stock Exchange Incorporated will welcome Cecile L. Ang and former Transportation Secretary Jaime J. Bautista to its board starting tomorrow. Ang, the daughter of San Miguel Corporation President Ramon S. Ang and nominee of the SMC retirement plan, replaces outgoing non-broker director Ferdinand K. Constantino. She will also join the Audit and Corporate Governance Committees, bringing her experience from the new NAIA Infrastructure Corps, San Miguel Foundation, and Diamond Hotel. Bautista, former Philippine Airlines president and independent director with experience in aviation, banking, mining, and public service, replaces Andrew Jerome T. Gan. The appointments are expected to strengthen board oversight and investor representation. Now, the CCA Manila launched its first ever CCA Connect Bootcamp, a one-day intensive program teaching hospitality professionals to design memorable guest experiences beyond food. The inaugural experience is the 27 new menu, takes place this November at the Brittany Hotel in Bonifacio, Global City. Industry leaders including John Kevin Navoa of Hapag, R.L. Garcia of Brittany Hotels, Ryan Cruz of Nippon Hasha Inc., and Isabel Lozan of Decorum by MIL will share insights on empathy, sensory design, and scaling brands without losing authenticity. Participants will engage in workshops and discussions to translate lessons into actionable strategies, emphasizing that in hospitality, connection and emotion matter as much as cuisine. Now, Jacob Cortez powered the De La Salle University into the UAAP Season 88 Final Four with a clutch performance, steering the Green Archers to a 78-72 win against archival Ateneo de Manila University at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Cortez, son of former La Salle star Mike Cortez, erupted with 20 points, 13 in the fourth quarter along with 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and a crucial steal to break a 72-72 tie. La Salle finished with an 8-6 record, securing the number 4 seed in a semifinal clash against top-ranked National University. The win ended Far Eastern University's playoff hopes and marked Ateneo's 6-8 exit. Now a quick look at today's horoscope. Today calls for reflection and inspiration, Cancer. A rare grand water trine links Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, offering insight into your heart's desires and helping you envision the path ahead. In your personal and professional life, take time to fill your inspiration tank and enjoy small joys around you. You know what you want and where you're headed. But remember, slow and steady wins the race. Patience and steady progress will guide you towards your goals. Opportunities for clarity and purposeful action are strong today. Trust your instincts and let your vision shape your next steps. Now, Katribo, did you know that on this day, November 27th of 1932, Senator Benigno Simeon Ninoy Aquino Jr., a prominent politician and opposition leader, was born in Concepcion, Tarlac? Known as the Wonder Boy of Philippine politics for his remarkable achievements at a young age, Ninoy's life and eventual assassination in 1983 ignited the People Power Revolution of 1986. His courage and legacy continue to inspire Filipinos, commemorated through Nino Aquino Day. Monuments in his honor and his image on the 500 peso bill, symbolizing the fight for democracy and justice in the Philippines. Now, in a video by creator Kel Z, she attempts to reenact an infomercial, racking up 2.1 million views, and you wouldn't guess what she does next. In the clip, she is seen wiping a table in a classic infomercial style, then unexpectedly throws the napkin at her friend's face, a move that had netizens laughing and commenting, "Never let them know your next move." And mga katribo, today, the 15th Asian Innovation Forum is happening in Santo Tomas, Batangas, with the theme Pumping the Economy Through MSMEs with LGUs and Partners. The event aims to deliver additional financial literacy to MSNSEs to the residents of Santo Tomas, Batangas, with our partners SM Foundation, Maya, Small Business Corporation, Repay PH, and Ramcar Group of Companies. Tune in to Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube for live updates. That's all for now, mga katribo. Join us again at 1 p.m. for more updates. This has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.